Hello everyone, welcome back to Placement Buddies. Let me welcome you all to another episode of Let's Hear from the Experienced. And today, in order to share her interview experience with Deloitte, we have Swarnadipta with us. Hello Swarnadipta, welcome to Placement Buddies.
Hi guys.
Swarnadipta हमारे ऑडियंस
Hi
को अपने
Saleh.
बारे Swarnadipta हमारे ऑडियंस को अपने बारे में कुछ बताओ.
So hi guys, I'm Swarnadipta Nath from NIT Agartala, Electronics and Communication Department from Tripura itself, and now I'm currently placed in Deloitte.
Okay. So Swarnadipta, when did Deloitte came to your campus and what was the eligibility criteria that time?
Yeah, Deloitte came to my campus on September, like the first week of September, maybe like this. It's September 8th, I guess. अभी मुझे थोड़ा याद है. I guess it's September 8th, and the eligibility criteria was 60% all, like
Okay.
10th, 12th. It was 60 or 65%, mostly 65%, I guess. 10th or 10th, 12th, and even the degree, it's 65% criteria. So that was the criteria of Deloitte.
Correct. And what were the roles which were offered to the selected candidates?
Yeah, so during our time, that's we are 2018 to 2022 batch. During our time, Deloitte provided us two roles. One is analyst consulting, and the other is analyst tech analyst. So analyst consulting was the consulting from consulting, and the tech analyst was the risk and finance advisory department. So they were these were the two roles they provided, and दोनों का criteria same था, that's 65%, and like tech analyst, for the tech analyst you need some technical like HTML and all, and that things, and for the only analyst there were some like analytic knowledge based and all those were the things.
SQL databases and Excel वगैरह ना?
हाँ वो टेक एनालिस्ट के लिए था, जो HTML, जावा स्क्रिप्ट, तो वो सब टेक एनालिस्ट के लिए था, HTML, CSS, एंड बाकी तो स्किल बेस्ड बाकी जो भी था वो दोनों के लिए सेम था.
ओके. सो तुमको कौन से रोल पे डेलॉयट ने सिलेक्ट किया था एंड व्हाट इज योर लाइक डे टू डे बेसिस में तुम्हारा क्या जॉब रोल रहता है?
So mine was consulting, and like to be specific for consulting, they asked for some little bit of technologies, that's it. And but when we joined the company, we had to like it's not we had to do the technical stuff too, like you will be assigned to different whatever like they have like they have their vacancies, whatever the roles they have their vacancies for, you will be trained on that maybe, or like if you have the knowledge you will like go they will put you for this, but it depends on like it depends on depends on totally up to them, whatever role they will put you to, and whatever software you will get, whatever the like job specifications or whatever they want you to do, you will get to do that.
Correct. So Swarnadipta, when Deloitte came to our campus, what was the selection process basically? कौन से rounds हुए थे वहाँ पे?
Okay, so like when Deloitte came to our campus, I told you we had two roles, right? For risk and finance advisory, which is tech analyst, and for the consulting, which is just analyst.
Correct.
So for the test platform was the MCAT platform. So but yeah, that MCAT platform we were like they were MCQ questions, but the thing is that you can't like go to the next. You have to go to the next question. There is no going to the previous question. You will be given a limited time limit, and you have to go to the next question.
Correct.
So for first part, like the consulting for both the consulting and risk and finance advisory, there were the parts which was common was the quantitative analysis, or the like there was verbal English, there was quantitative analysis, there was logical analysis. So like up to how much I remember, like it was some 22 questions were there for the verbal and English. You have to complete it within 18 minutes, I guess, and there were quantitative for which there were 14 questions on 20 minutes, I guess, and logical there were 14 in 14 minutes. So up to how much I remember, I guess that was it.
Correct.
And for the Tech analyst, this part is same, the
Mm-hmm.
verbal, quantitative and logical, this is the same, but addition to it there is dbms, sql, javascript or java, or html and css, and maybe there is mcq on it, and maybe you are getting some code snippets on and all, depending on like how they arrange the question paper.
Correct, correct. So there
So
were
that
like,
was
for technical thing, there were additional questions from technologies like HTML, Java, CSS, वगैरह ना?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, HTML, Java. Mostly, like if you do the web designing course, I guess all three will be covered because HTML, Java, CSS.
correct. So like, what were your sources of preparation for clearing all those rounds? Aptitude, verbal, logical, as you mentioned.
So if I say my source of like help was Prep Insta, Gig for Gigs. So mostly I looked into Prep Insta because they have definite sections for it, so you can go and practice. And Gigs is also useful. I would suggest Face Prep too. So these are the helps you can take.
So Swarnadipta, after online test, what were the rounds? Was it directly interview or any other intermediate round was there in between?
So after the online test, there was direct interview. So you'll be those people who cleared the online test. They will go for the interview, and it will be directly HR interview.
Okay.
And you will be assigned to different panels, and you have to join accordingly.
Okay, so that was only a HR interview. No, matlab no technical interview was there.
No, no technical interview because only they had technical that code MCQs or sorry coding tests. It was in the test round, but no technical interview. During interview might be like it's during HR interviews might be you will be asked about the technical stuffs and all or the things,
Okay.
but there was no technical.
Okay. Matlab semi-technical, but mostly it was of HR kind, na?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It depends. Like for the consulting people, they asked about the HR round. It was mostly like the technical questions were less, I guess, like a bit less, or they will ask you about the basic like knowledge, whatever the languages you have learned on that. They
Correct.
will ask about the basic questions. And for the analyst, sorry, yeah, for the tech analyst, which is risk and finance advisory, they were asked about some CSS or HTML questions.
Correct. Correct. So, like, it depends on, like, it varies from panelist to panelist and from role to role which you are applying,
Right.
right?
It completely varies from panelists, like whatever ever you are assigned to, and it depends on them how they question you, and and it depends on the role too. Like since you have the coding, since you have the tech part in your it's tech analyst, so they will ask some coding, but some might not. So it depends.
Correct. So, can you recall some of the questions which were asked during your interview that that time?
Yeah, so yeah, I can in my if I say about my interview experience, it was like literally horrible because I was like shivering hell. Like I wanted to get to this company, so I was like shivering hell. Like, what should they ask? How would I react and all? And I was so nervous. But
That was your first
to my
interview?
surprise,
Like on campus, that was your
no.
first interview?
Yeah. Not first, you can say like I attended an interview before that, but the Deloitte, I wanted to
Yeah.
go into this company, so I was more nervous.
When
So
it becomes your dream
like the thing,
company, you get like automatically you
yeah.
become more nervous and shivering. Yeah.
So yeah, I was nervous, but to my surprise, the HR was so chill, and I thought that I thought that the HR is not like interested in taking the interviews. He was so chill, and I was like, oh अच्छा, maybe he's not interested. Like ऐसा आया कि अच्छा ठीक है मेरे घर में ऐसे गप्पे मारने गपशप मारने आया चाय पी के चला जाए ऐसे टाइप का. So he was so chill, and then he asked me about like introduction, introduce yourself, and also I introduced myself. Then actually, they assigned different panels, right? So
Okay.
my panel was different, but my TNPs told me to join the other panel. Maybe there was some problem in the panel, so the HR the HR who is assigned to me was not the one I joined.
Okay.
So that was the confusion, and it was the confusion from the company's end actually. So I had to join the different panel. So that so the HR was, he told me that. What's your name? So I was like, I told my name, and he's like, I'm not waiting for you. But then I was like, okay, maybe. So I rechecked it. So this was a confusion before, and I was nervous. So all added up, and I thought that नहीं ये बंदा बिल्कुल मुझे तो बिल्कुल नहीं लेगा. तो and then next was, yeah, so he asked me about myself, then he asked me about, yeah, then he was going through my resume, so he asked it from the resume itself, and then some basic HR questions, and then he asked me about I had like I knew two languages, is C and Java. So he asked me about something with C and Java, and yeah, guys, one more thing is like you will like I don't know if you guys will have some meeting before the interview. We had a like webinar before the interview, and the like HRs, they check how like कितना तुम लोग ध्यान दे रहे हो, how
Okay.
interested are you to the company, how interested you are to come into the company, to get into the company. They check it. So वेबिनार में काफी सारे important points वो लोग डिस्कस करते हैं, एंड मुझे भी पूछा था, लाइक वेबिनार के बाद काफी सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स डिस्कस किए थे, तो उसमें सो एचआर ने मुझे पूछा था लाइक व्हाट अबाउट दिस, व्हाट अबाउट दैट, सो आई हैड टू आंसर इट. उसने घुमा फिरा के पूछा था, बट आई वाज लाइक हाँ ये तो कहीं सुना है. That was from the webinar itself. So yeah, they do ask, like they check your presence of mind, or they check like how do you really want to come into the company, और जैसे ऐसे ही बैठ गए इंटरव्यू में, भाई जाना नहीं है, ऐसे ही
Yeah.
बैठ रहे.
Pre-placement talk type, correct?
Yeah, kind
So
of.
they
Yeah,
basically,
yeah, I just keep it. I just remember it now, the
yeah, so
name.
they wanted to check how attentive you were during the pre-placement talk, how interested you are in joining the company. Correct. So basically, your wrong number has ended you putting into the right place, it seems.
Might be. So, and then he asked about my project. I had two projects. So he asked me about my project. He asked me to explain my project. So from the project part, might be like it's not like all the HRs know what the project you are doing. They will ask some technical questions, some analytical questions. Like it depends on how they ask the questions. But you need to be prepared with your like project and everything. So he will ask you, like he will go thoroughly through the resume, or some, for me though it was the case, they went thoroughly through the resume, for some they didn't. So it depends on who the panelist is.
Correct. They might not be knowing the full technicality behind your project, but they actually wanted to know how much grasp you are having on the project which you yourself have done and put in your resume. Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you think? What is the importance of a resume for an interview? As you said, your interview was mostly resume based, and what sort of projects did you do before coming to Deloitte?
Okay, so like basically my project was based on it wasn't totally IT, but my project was based on some of my background, that is ECE. So I did a project on IoT, and that was a mini project, and one more project on app development.
Okay.
So that, and my final year project was on optics, so that's different. But yeah, mainly two projects on uh, kind of partially IT, and one is app development, that's fully IT. So that was my project. And yeah, resume is helpful. So guys, don't write anything which you don't know, because
Correct.
he will go thoroughly through the resume. So if like the HR will ask you a question which you added to the resume and you don't know about it, then you'll be gone for sure.
Correct. So, what were your preparation sources for the interview? From where did you prepare, and what all technologies did you prepare before going into the interview?
So my interview was basically like I went through some YouTube videos. I went through some seniors who was in Deloitte, who are in Deloitte. My two of my seniors were very helpful to me. Like what to prepare, how to prepare. And yeah, like you have to go through the job description. They will give you a job description before whatever the role they are offering. They will give you a job description. So I would suggest you that go through the job description thoroughly, because most of the points you will get it from the job description itself. And most of the point and some of the points, like you may find it that you are you know that things, or you know the technical knowledge, you have the knowledge about some points, so you can add it to your resume. This will like volumize your resume, and this will add on, like this will give add on points, because they mentioned it in the job description, like they are searching for such candidates. So mostly and yeah, one more thing is like go you talk to the person who has gone through interviews. Like keep touch with people, keep touch with like who have gone through interviews, and keep touch with seniors. I would suggest keep touch with seniors, because seniors are a great help.
Correct.
And yeah, your friends too, because your friends have like some of your friends have gone through like various interviews. So like keep touch with them. But seniors, I would suggest that it's like the most who will help is the seniors.
Obviously. And that is why like placement buddies is the platform to get connected with seniors, having like getting
Yeah,
placed in different companies. So that is our aim or motive basically to for the juniors. So Swarnadipta,
yeah,
after,
and
yeah, you were saying something.
should I? Yeah, and like now during our times we didn't get to connect to seniors much because of the lockdown and stuffs.
Correct.
But I guess now some like since you people are in the college, so you will get chance to meet your seniors and do like you can. That's the best opportunity. Go for it. Like you use the opportunities. Sometimes your teachers are also helpful, but mostly seniors.
Right. Only a few teachers to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Correct. So Swarnadipta, as you know that those who get placed in IT firms, most of them will land in Bangalore. So after getting selected
Yeah.
in Deloitte, how is life at Bangalore now?
Yeah, life in Bangalore is quite good, quite enjoying. Nightlife is pretty good. But guys, one day you will get bored of nightlife, तब लगेगा यार. But yeah, Bangalore has a very nice weather. As all say, the weather is very good, and yeah, there are places to roam. Like you can go outskirts of Bangalore. You will, since it's the belt of Western Ghat and Eastern. It's like in the middle of Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat, so you will get so nice place to go. So many nice places to go. Roam anywhere. Go to the hills, hill stations. You will mostly get hills, and like yeah, visit Kerala.
Sure. Yeah. Don't ask about
That,
nightlife to the people who stay in Baroda. It's not at all present here. Anyways, Shonadipta, before wrapping it up, any particular tips which you want to give to our viewers, especially the juniors who are watching this video?
Yeah, so first, like tips, I can say that you should be hardworking, you should be consistent. 21 दिन में पैसा डबल नहीं हो जाता. So you should be consistent, and like yeah, you should have the patience and make good friends, and like contact with seniors. That is the like best thing like I would suggest. And yeah, like before going when you are preparing for interview, be honest with your answers, because they look for honest people. ऐसे नहीं कि भाई ब्लफ कर दिया है, लगा कि भाई मैं तो बहुत एकदम चालाक हूँ.
Correct.
But उन लोगों को समझ में आ जाता है if you are bluffing or not. So I would say that be honest with your answer. And वन मोर थिंग इज लाइक कि अगर तुम लोग अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट लग रहा है, तो यार फ्रेंड्स के साथ एक बार डेमो इंटरव्यू कर लो,
Hmm.
एंड टेक टिप्स. लाइक मैंने भी किया था, मैंने भी फ्रेंड्स के साथ डेमो इंटरव्यू किया था, एंड इट गिव्स अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस टू यू कि नहीं भाई कुछ कर सकते हैं, हो सकता है. So that's all I can say. And yeah, be honest with your resume. That's one more point to add.
Correct. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining Placement Buddies and sharing your interview experience. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Saleh. I wish you all the best too.
Thank you.
And all the best to the channel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, placement buddies.
Yeah.